Unfortunately, we are starting with some tragic and heartbreaking news. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen said late Wednesday night that they lost their third child due to pregnancy complications. It all happened in this heartbreaking post that Chrissy shared. It's a series of photos from last night where she wrote, "We are shocked and in the kind of deep pain you only hear about, the kind of pain we've never felt before. We were never able to stop the bleeding and give our baby the fluids he needed despite bags and bags of blood transfusions. It just wasn't enough." Now, it isn't clear how far along Chrissy was in her pregnancy, but we do know that she had been hospitalized this week, and she shared with followers she was in the hospital on Sunday, sharing it was because of excessive bleeding from her placenta. Obviously, this was so unexpected, and I think a lot of people were
Mhm.
also surprised by how candid and open she was, Malicia. In fact, in the long caption, she also revealed that they had a name picked out for their son, even though she said that they typically decide on their babies' names when they are born. She said, "We, for some reason, had started to call this little guy in my belly Jack. So he will
Mhm.
always be Jack to us. Jack worked so hard to be part of our little family, and he will be forever." Alicia, what did you think of Chrissy being so open and also just so public about this loss?
I thought it was brave. I get that some people wouldn't choose to go about it this way, but I think that that's one thing that makes Chrissy so special. Whether people like it or not, her rawness and her honesty really resonates with people. She's been documenting her entire pregnancy so far, and people have been invested. So to me, it made sense that, she even shared this devastating loss, even though I know super hard for her. But I think for those who are quick to judge online, they should take a moment to just educate themselves because context is everything. If you don't understand that there is a stigma behind pregnancy loss and miscarriages, you won't get how powerful of a move this was for her to make. So, for those who are online judging Chrissy, I think honestly this their opinions just don't matter at this point, and they are the reason why a lot of women who suffer pregnancy loss and miscarriages stay quiet and live in shame. I feel like if you can celebrate the birth of a baby publicly, you have the right to mourn the loss of one publicly as well, especially if doing so will help others.
Especially considering the fact that I feel like you're right. For whatever reason, a miscarriage has become so taboo, or people are afraid to be open about it. And I have to imagine that it's something that a lot of women experience, and it's especially something that women not only can relate with, but they're now feeling empowered to share
Mhm.
their stories in light of Chrissy being so open and honest. I mean, we've seen Chrissy and John be just flooded with so much love and support on social media, with a lot of women weighing in, like I said, with their own struggles, about pregnancy. One Twitter user, Justine Harmon, she tweeted this: "In solidarity with our patron saint of honesty, Chrissy Teigen, I share the only hidden photo on my phone,
Mm.
1/8/18, the day I found out, alone at the hospital, that my baby didn't have a heartbeat. It hurt like absolute smoldering hell, and then I hid it. Thank you, Chrissy." TV writer Allison Bennett tweeted, "Fertility and childbirth is brutal. In the coming days, hours, someone's going to feel less alone because of Chrissy Teigen. Thank you, Chrissy. We're all thinking of your family tonight." And I gotta say, I feel like Ashley Ford, you shared this tweet,
Mhm.
summed it up beautifully, saying Chrissy and John have given a lot of people permission not to grieve alone. In the midst of their own deep and enduring pain, they offer to give to those who know this particular form of heartbreak. Whew, that takes a
Mhm.
lot of strength, and I have to agree with her there.
Yeah, for sure. And other celebrities like Gabrielle Union, Michelle Obama, Beyonce, they have opened up about their experiences as well. I want to touch on Gabrielle Union just a little bit more because in 2017, she released her memoir and she revealed that she had 8 or 9 miscarriages throughout her life. And she opened up about that experience on Instagram saying, quote, "It can feel isolating and depressing. You wonder if you are defective. You are not. You wonder if you are worthy. You are." And I think Gabrielle is just a great example of a woman who experienced something so devastating and traumatic, But you see her now on the other side of that. And she has her beautiful baby girl, Kavia, who not only brings joy to her life and her family's life, but I told you this before. I love little Kavia's Instagram page. She literally
Yeah.
is a bright light. But, everybody's story is different. I'm not sure what's on the other side of this for John and Chrissy, but I think in this heartbreaking news, the silver line is clear, and that, well, one of them in particular, and that is that her bravery has furthered the conversation about what it means to lose your baby as a woman. And
Absolutely.
it's brought so many people together and healed their hearts as well, I'm sure. And they know they're not alone at this point.
And beyond that, the one thing I will add is that, this is not out of character for Chrissy Teigen. I mean, Chrissy
Yes.
has always been so open about her personal life. She has talked about honestly about her fertility struggles, how hard it was for her and John to bring children into this world.
Mhm.
And not to mention, I mean, it's not just that either. That's just who she is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
she has
You
really
love it,
brought.
you like it or you not. You don't.
Exactly right. And a lot of fans followed her through these recent
Mhm.
complications. And so I wasn't as surprised by her, talking about them losing the baby so publicly. Perhaps I was a little surprised by how quickly she did that, but I feel like she just had to
Yeah.
rip the Band-Aid and she wanted to provide a platform for so many women who can relate to her struggles, And,
Yeah.
I want to talk about highlight a couple more celebrity reactions because they were fast and furious. Kyle Richards commented that she would say a special prayer for Jack tonight, and Kim Kardashian said, "We're always here for you and love you guys so much." And our prayers, of course, and thoughts are with John Legend and Chrissy
For
Teigen.
sure.